Hey there and welcome to our next video. Today we're going to go into automations and specifically a few tactics we have created so that you can automate your Facebook advertising. To understand our approach of automation, you have to understand that we believe in creating tactics. We're not the first ones to create the tool automations, but we are the first to take the best tactics on top of automating your Facebook advertising and pre-package them for you into out-of-the-box tactics. So you just have to click on them, set them up, adjust the parameters to your liking, and off you go. And you're advertising with the best tactics out there. And today I'm going to start with the first tactic, which is going to be called Safe Net. When you're managing a lot of ad sets, it might happen that you lose track of specific ad set performances. And so that after a week you discover, oh man, I'm spending too much money on this, or I have spent too much money on this ad set, although it didn't brought the performance I need, right? So we want to save you a lot of money by having our algorithm watching your ad sets 24/7 and turn off these ad sets and treat them specifically to their performance, in this case, into the bad direction, right? So we're going to go into this tactic. And what you see here is we have 4 different clusters, and that's what's very special about Magics. We analyze all your ad sets all the time, and we categorize them by performance, top performance to worst performing ad sets, because you want to treat a worst performing ad set historically harsher than one which has a very good history. You want to give it a bit more time to breathe, right? So that's why we cluster all of your ad sets. And we have a 2-stage approach, because the best advertisers on this planet in Facebook advertising, and we in our agency, have discovered that first, reducing the budgets, communicating with the algorithm, often gives your ad set another kick and boosts performances back up, right? So we have these 2 stages. First, cut budgets, and then if it still doesn't perform, turn them off, right? So here we have the overall interface, again, those 4 clusters, and you see those 2 stages right here, right? On the very top, you select on the first stage by how much you want to decrease your budgets, right? I'm operating a lot of ad sets at the moment in this account at lower budgets, so I don't want to cut it by 50%, it's a bit too drastic. I'm going to go for 30 in my case. Then we have here on the right custom metric and dynamic metric. That's another beautiful thing about Magics. We go into your account and we determine the cost per acquisition and dynamically adjust the whole setup of the rules to your specific account in real time, all the time, right? So for instance, you don't want to cut budgets or turn off an ad set if it hasn't spent the cost per acquisition, right? It just would be too harsh. So we determine them by cost per acquisition, and you can decide, right? Dynamic, if you have, for instance, a different product palette per season, you have a different cost per acquisitions because the values might change. So you want to treat them differently per season. And we do that dynamically for you. So you can just set it up and off you go, right? On the flip side, you can also do custom metrics and adjust accordingly. I go for dynamic because I just love the way it's set up. It's just perfectly for my account. And I click on next. Then on the very last stage, you have the option to select on which campaigns you want to run this rule, right? So for me, all acquisition ad sets, that's perfectly fine. I can change the name up here if I want to, and off you go. I created my very first tactic. Thank you very much and bye-bye.